Welcome to MMO Guide, where you can find all stuff about MMO. And in previous video, we've talked about making money online and its overview. As I promised, this video will be about non-professional work. Are you ready? Let's begin. Before we move on, let me recall you a little bit. Non-professional work requires nothing but basic English, but even so, some of them make you to follow some special rules for every task. Alright, let's go into detail. Let's begin with the first one, taking surveys. Well, taking survey is about you take part in a survey, you answer every question, and you get the money. That's what I said. But even so, it has some pros and cons. About the pros, they are the easiest tasks ever. You just have to answer very normal life questions. That's very easy. Like, do you refer these brands or have you ever heard about some brands? Something like that. And about the cons. They off they run out very fast. A 50,000 slot survey runs out in seconds. And they offer low income per survey, about only 30 cents for a 15-minute survey. And now here are some companies that can offer. The first one is Swapworks at swapworks.com. And next, WarSense at warsense.com. And the next one, LiveCoins at livecoinspanel.com. And Tuluna Influencers at tuluna.com. And the final one, Arazu at arazu.com. Next, watching video. You can search for watch video earn money on Google for more information. In here, watching media is about you watch a video, it can be an ad or YouTube channel, or listen to a song, or playing video games. It's a free-handed work, so you just open an app or and you play a song and you can do something else. Let your computer or smartphone do the work. But its money is as low as taking surveys. But don't worry, it's a free-handed work, so you don't have to worry a bit. But sadly, not all countries are available. Mostly, it's for US and Canada. So in here, I only introduce the globally available websites. Let's begin with Arazu.com. It offers many things from taking surveys to watching videos. And just like Arazu, Swapworks.com is also offering playing video games for money. And finally, Micro Workers is one of a kind. This one is not really a genuine company like the above, but it's more like a freelance platform where you can do anything for money, from watching YouTube videos to reply an email or to comment on a tweet for money, of course. Next work, data typing or data entry. Well, data entry is about to transfer all the content of images, audio, and videos into text. But in here, I only talk about doing so from images, because transferring all the content of audio and videos, also known as transcribing and captioning, is another story which needs a combination of skills, so I spent it on professional work video. Unfortunately, most of the genuine companies require US and Canada citizens, so the only option left is to find work on freelance platforms like freelancer.com or Upwork.com or maybe Fiverr.com and many more. So my little advice here is that you should never put your money or to deposit on any work. Why? Just think about it. If you do the work and they don't pay you any single coin, then it's a waste of your time and your effort. Why do you need your deposit? There's nothing reasonable, right? The only answer is that they're scammers. That's all. And here's an example I took from freelancer.com. You can see that they offer many data entry tasks. And of course, there are even many more on other platforms, so feel free to search for them. And next, data labeling. Well, in recent years, AI development leads to high demand for data annotators who label data for supervised learning algorithms. Let me explain how it works. You have an AI model in here, and it needs to make prediction like image classification or object detection in videos and many other tasks. And the only way to improve this prediction is to feed it with labeled data, and it needs to be labeled correctly. That's what we do as a data labelers. Let's take a look at this sample. You have a traffic image in here, and your objective is to find cars in it. So the only way to do so is to draw a bounding box like this. And then you have to update its property like the object is a car and the relax is off, something like that. And now let's talk about what you can do, shall we? The first one for images. It can be image classification and object detection, like what we did not so long ago. And for video classification, object detection in video, object segmentation, and finally, object detection in 3D environment by using LiDAR technology. For audio, you have to make a small transcription. It's not a real transcription. It just you have to transcribe a few words per audio, and it's really easy. And for document, it can be document classification, like what kind of document is. And finally, token instruction. You have to extract detail in a sentence, like brands, email, or phone numbers, and many more. Now let's move on to what to expect when data labeling. First, you'll be trained for every task because each task has its own unique rules, so you need to be trained to understand them. And you'll be tested to make sure you follow the rules. And about the income, the answer is it depends on the task. In an order from smaller to bigger income, document tasks, image tasks, video tasks, and finally, LiDAR tasks. And it depends on the quality you provide. For example, a 90% accuracy get paid the most. So that's why I cannot promise you any number because it depends on these factors. But trust me, it will always be much higher than taking surveys and watching media. Alright, that's all about data labeling. Let's move on to the companies you can work. The first one, Remotas at remotas.com. And next, Enabler at enabler.com. And finally, Nivo at nivo.ai. So those were three companies I can offer. That's not many, I know. There used to be many more in the past, but right now, most of them transform into work from home jobs. So I suggest you search for data labeling job work from home for more information. Alright, let's move on to the next work. Search evaluation. Okay, if data labeling is about to label all kind of data from images, document, audio and videos, then search evaluation is about focus only on search engine improvement. Like you're given a search query and its answer and you have to judge or to evaluate the relevance between them. You can search for them by other words like internet judge, internet assessor, ads query rater, and finally search evaluator. About the companies, the first one I can offer is UHRS or Universal Human Relevance System of Microsoft. But this company doesn't accept application directly, so you have to sign up by clickworker.com. And you can watch my video on how to sign up ClickWorker from scratch to find out how to do it. Next, Amazon Mechanical Turk at mturk.com. Actually, this company doesn't accept workers globally, only 43 countries. So I included a list below in the description. You can check on to know if your country is on the list or not. And the last one, Appen.com. They offer many things from long-term project to macro tasks and surveys. Right, let's move on to the final work in this video, testing. Testing is divided into the UI testing and functional testing. About UI testing, you have to open a website and you have to do a specific task on it. It can be found in a menu or information, and you have to describe your experience out loud. Yes, you have to record your screen and your voice. And finally, you have to suggest the ways to improve that website. Okay, how about functional testing? You have to open an app or website, and then you have to test some specific function, and you have to report any bugs or errors you found by document or video. And finally, suggest some improvement for the R&D team. So you can see that the UI testing is all about user experience, while the functional testing is about technical test, right? Okay, so you can see the common points between them is that you have to make report by recorded videos, and whatever you do, you get paid about $10 to $20 for a 15-minute report. For more UI testing work, you can search for user testing job platform for more companies. In here, the first one I can offer is userlytics.com and user testing at usertesting.com. And the last one on UI testing, playtestcloud.com. This is very special because they give you video games and you play and you tell them your experience and they pay you for it. And about functional testing, you can search for Test-the-Work platform for more companies. The first one I can offer is Test.io at test.io. And the next one is WearTester at weartester.com. And the final one is Testbirds at nest.testbirds.com. Before we end this video, here's my recap. For taking surveys and watching meter, they have zero requirements. For data typing or data entry, you must have fast typing speed, about 55 words per minute and over. For data labeling and search evaluation, you need to be tested before every work. And for UI testing, you must have vocabulary for description. You need to know how to describe your experience, your feeling, and that's nothing complicated, right? And finally, for functional testing, you might just need to follow the rules so you can make a good report. Alright guys, that's all I can introduce in this video. I love to tell you more, but this video is already 12 minutes up to now, so I'll spend it in a whole new series named The Promises and the Truth. It will be about the promises of every company, of every field make to you, and the truth behind them. And the next video is about professional work, as I promised in the previous video. And finally, helpful advices when making money online. That would be about how to protect your eyes, your computers, and how to stay away from scammers, etc. Thank you for watching. If you find this video informative, please press like and subscribe my channel. I'm ML Guy, and I'll see you in my next videos.